just arrived at Lake Como, and we've decided to take the western route, which is the slower route, but it should take us like through some windy back streets and through some small villages alongside the lake, so a bit more of a scenic drive. Okay, that was a bit of a taste of Lake Como in northern Italy there. We got about halfway down the lake and we just kind of spontaneously decided that instead of going all the way to the southern end of the lake, we would actually head west, and now we're headed to Switzerland, to a city called Lugano? Lugano. And yeah, it's meant to be a really nice city, and yeah, it's surrounded by a lake of its own as well, so not sure if we're actually going to drive through the city. We may or we may not, but who knows, we might even pull up before we get to the city and just camp there the night and see the city tomorrow. Yeah, we're just kind of winging it as we go, which we both think is the best way of doing it. On the other side of this tunnel, we now enter Switzerland. And we're in Switzerland. Ooh. Yeah. There you go. That's actually pretty good for us. Oh yeah. I've got to be a bit more excited. We're in Switzerland. It's my first time here. Yay, Switzerland. We're actually not, yeah. Yay. It's been a long day. But no, I'm really excited to explore Switzerland. The only thing is we're kind of just ducking through and then we're heading back down to Italy. We'll be in Italy in about another hour, maybe less, even half an hour. So I'm kind of saving the Switzerland excitement for later on in the trip when we really get into the guts of Switzerland. Guys, we are back in Italy. We didn't actually get to stop in Lugano in Switzerland, unfortunately. Yeah, we didn't really think too far ahead. It was peak hour traffic, and with the campervan being in a big city, there's nowhere really to park it. Plus, on top of that, we've only got Euros, and they use
Schweizer Franken. But that's not a problem.
But yeah, I don't know. Apparently some places use Euros as well, but we don't. We're not exactly 100% sure. So yeah, we kept driving. Anyway, it was only another 15 minutes and we were back in Italy. And yeah, now we're cruising through this pretty cool little tiny village. Well, I don't know if it's tiny, but it's got tiny streets. And yeah, it's a bit tricky with the camper van, but we're making it work. So we're still in this little village in Italy. It's getting pretty late now. We've just pulled up next to this kind of castle-y type looking thing, and we're just gonna go for a walk into town and grab a few things from the shop. We're not sure where we're staying tonight. Undecided. I'll get back to you. Back at the camper van, and we did a bit of a search on an app called Park for Night, which tells you a whole bunch of free parking spots, sneaky parking spots. And yeah, we found one that looks pretty cool. It's on like a little bit of an island. It's only 3 kilometers away, so we're heading there now. Hopefully there's a spare place left for us. We'll see when we get there. Alright, so we found a spot to park for the night. It did end up being that same spot I mentioned earlier, but it's a little bit sketchy. It's a little bit criminally listed, to be honest. It's like a dirt road with trees towering up both sides of it, and just like bush, forest on each side. And there's no lights whatsoever. Plus there's something in the trees dropping stuff down. I don't know, I think it might be squirrels, but I don't know. Like, I can't see anything. But it's alright, it's nice and peaceful. I just hope it stays that way. But yeah, we're gonna, it's pushing 10 o'clock now, so we're gonna call it a night. We're gonna jump into bed, and we're gonna do a bit of research actually. And a door story. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Laura wants me to tell the door story. Yeah, so a bit earlier, only like about half an hour ago, just after dinner, we jumped outside to turn the gas off, and the yeah, the door which has, hang on, I'll show you. So this is the door. And see this button here, this guy here, he locks it, right? So that's locked. But every time you open it, see how it pops up again? Right, so basically, every time we go out, we don't need to bring a key because you just unlock it or you just open the door and it automatically unlocks. But this time, we tried to get back in and it wouldn't open. And because the front two doors we always keep locked when we park up, that means every door was locked. So yeah. And we're in the middle of nowhere, but our phones are in here, so not that we knew who to call anyway, but we had nothing on us and we're just sitting here going, oh no.
Really criminalistic.
Yeah. And I tried to reef the door open, but I was gonna, yeah, it wasn't happening. But even if I did, I reckon I would have busted the door open and you wouldn't have been able to close it again. But then I remembered, every time we cook, we always leave like a window open or something. And yeah, it just so happened that we left the skylight open. So I had to climb up on the the van and like, yeah, kind of jump down through there. But it wasn't that easy because to open that up, it's got this like this glass lid on it which opens up, but it doesn't open up like all the way. It kind of sits like from there, sits to about there. So I've only got like, you know, a little bit of a gap to get through, and yeah, it was tricky. But we got in, as you can tell, we got in the end, yeah.
Yay!
I saved the day.
Yes.
Oh geez, I was shitting bricks there for a bit. But yeah, we're gonna jump into bed. We're gonna do a bit of research for tomorrow. Well, actually, it'll influence the rest of the trip, to be honest. The original plan was to keep heading north along Italy, and eventually hit like the Mount Blanc and do the pass over there into France, and then kind of swing up through Geneva in Switzerland, and then kind of head back into Switzerland and do all of Switzerland on the way back home to Germany. But we've only got 7 nights left, and although it's possible to do that, we don't want to spend all our time on the road. We kind of want to park up and do some more hiking and some more exploring, some national parks maybe, or something like that. So we're going to jump into bed and have a bit of a Google and see what we come up with. So sleep on that, and I'll let you know what we come up with tomorrow. Alright guys, peace.